you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It is storming and well, it's like just the weather's a little weird, so hopefully the internet's okay. Hey Carol freaking Claus. Hey Nadine. Hey Deb and PA. Hey Summer. Hey Nate. Oh, I said Nadine. Hey Pepper. Let's see. K-Braze. Hey Unique Trauma. Eddie, seriously. Hey Joanne. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Candace. Hey Avery. Chitty Chatty Meg. Hey Princess Megan Elsa. Hi Iowa Dog Mom. Tiniest Squish. Juju Bones. Hey Marcus. Well, you guys, I was hanging out here at the house and I was just like kind of didn't know what I was going to do with myself, and there's not a ton of news in the cases we've already been covering, but Amber actually sent me Love Reigns had sent me this about this possible serial killer, and I thought, why don't we just hang out, kick back, relax, and hang out and talk about some of this craziness. So hey Anna, power went out as we were shopping. Yeah, so weird weather. Hey Patricia. Hey Sandra. So what are you guys up to? Hey Peter. Hey Teresa. Struggle is real. I think I said hello to you, but if I didn't, hello again. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys. So there's been a couple different serial killers we've heard of. Do you guys remember the other day we talked about the guy in Texas who killed the 8-year-old little girl, and he didn't do much time. Now we're going to talk about this, which is in Oregon. But isn't it strange, like the serial killers, it seems like there used to be a lot more of them back in the day, you know? Hey, KB, Crate and Butterfly. Hey, Unsolved with Barb. Mama Bear. Hey, Rich. Lynn, hello, Lynn. Never got the groceries. No, that freaking sucks, Anna. Good to see you, Jane Doe. Hey, Sophie Grace. So anyways, there's 6 women have went missing and then been found. And this is where, they've all been found. But we're going to go through this. Actually, I found this Daily Mail article, which was pretty good. And they always have good pictures with their stuff. And then I have a couple other articles, local news and stuff. But Amber Love Reigns said there's not a coverage on it, so it was interesting. Hey, Elisa. Hey, Ellie. Just on Heavy Metal Rehab. Hey, Cool Gamer. Maybe due to technology, possibly serial killers don't want to take a chance. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it has to be because of, cell phones and the internet, and things are just different now. Aw, Carol freaking Claus. Thank you. Very sweet. Thank you. I wish we could see what they look like. That's the one thing with StreamYard. You guys get to see the super stickers. We don't. Patricia, I have a theory on the golden age of the serial killer. Ooh, what is it? I would love to hear. Power went out here during the night. Ruined everything in the fridge. The crazy part was I had 2 loaves of bread dough in the freezer, and they rose to the size of a pillow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, welcome, Avery. Thank you. Thank you for joining. All right. Or they're getting smarter. Yeah. All right. So is there a serial killer on the loose in Portland? 6 women under 40 have been found dead in suspicious circumstances in secluded areas in a 100-mile radius in the last 3 months. So it says police are working to determine whether the women's deaths are connected. One of the women died of blunt trauma to the head, but the other causes of death have not yet been made public. The bodies were found between February 19th and May 7th within 100 miles of each other. 6 women in Portland have been found dead in secluded wooded areas in the last 3 months within 100 miles of each other, triggering fears that a serial killer may be in the area. The victims were all found in suspicious circumstances in discarded barns on the side of the road or hidden among bushes. The first victim was found on February 19th, and the most recent was discovered on May 7th. That is scary. If you live in the area, I definitely would be like, whew, 70s and 80s are the decades of the serial killers. I know. it's kind of fascinating, isn't it, to think about? Like, we were talking about Bundy the other day with Jin Liu. His case is just so interesting. Y'all know I love the word. I know, Peter. It's crazy. Okay. Police have only released the cause of one woman's death. She died as a result of blunt force trauma to the head and neck. The others have not yet been revealed. It remains unclear what the women have in common, if anything. Now, 3 local police departments are working together to determine whether the deaths may be connected. The women's bodies were all found within 100 miles of each other near Portland, Oregon, between February 19th and May 7th. This one hasn't loaded yet, so we're going to keep going. Okay. The last body to be found was, what is this duet that's trying to pop up? The last body to be found was that of Ashley Reel, 22. Her remains were spotted by a fisherman in a heavily wooded area in Eagle Creek on May 7th. She was last seen on surveillance footage at a fast food restaurant on March 27th. 22 years old. Oh my God. Awful. I love summer full moons. I had a wait, was the full moon last night? Or was it just like almost full? Hey, Sheila. Yeah, Anna, it is. You're exactly freaking right. It is. Oh, Nay, what did Nay do? I got it. Oh, my God. My iPhone quit working. I have another phone, a Galaxy 22 Plus or whatever with the stick. So I've switched my SIM card over, and it's a nice phone, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to the iPhone, so it's gonna take some getting used to for sure. I don't know what happened. Like, I think I got a virus. I must have clicked something I shouldn't have. Oh, Nay, thank you. That was really sweet. Oh, who got him? Teresa, Chitty Chatty Meg, Lily, Deb. Oh my God, and Creighton Butterfly. 5 awesome people. Aw, Carol Claus. Thank you. Tonight it is full. Yay. Hey, Jay Bird. Hey, Destiny. Oh, thank you, Carol freaking Claus. Cook Street got it. Yay. Hey, Crime Curious. Good to see you. Okay, so this was the most recent. She was found most recently. On April 24th, police found the bodies of an unidentified Native American or Alaskan woman. That's on the left in a computer-generated image. The same day, Charity Perry on the right was also found. This is so scary. If you live in the area, definitely be on the lookout. I love it too, Deb. I really do. I'm so glad I came live because I was in a really shit mood. I was just like getting annoyed with some people in my real life, and just like, So, Crime Curious. You need to relax and get better. Hey, Pointer Lover. Hey, MK. Okay. Some of their families say they are now fearful that more women will be next. I don't want to ever scare people, but reality is there are women dying at awful numbers. Robin Speaks, the sister of one of the women, told KGW8. Her sister, Joanna, a mother of 3 and recovering drug addict, was found dead in a barn in early April, just a few weeks after vanishing. Now, this is the one that died from the blunt force injuries to the head and neck, and police say her body had been moved to the location where she was found once she'd been killed. I don't want to ever scare people, but reality is there are women dying at awful numbers. Women need to pay attention, and they need to know there are dangers, and they're clearly taking the lives of people we love, Robin added. The first body was found February 19th. Kristen Smith, another 22-year-old, had been missing since late December. Her remains were found in a wooded area near an intersection in Pleasant Valley. The coroner had not yet ruled on a cause of death. Her family set up a GoFundMe to help pay for funeral expenses. This is Kristen right here in the dress. Oh my God. This is just, it's scary. Let me check on you guys. Hey, Brian. Oh, Punksy, thank you. Hey, Crazy Mama. Oh, Crazy Mama, will you well, I don't know yet if you're talking about that yet, but if you are, never mind. Just never mind. I suck. Hey, Mama Chase. I know, Avery, but you know what? There are so many that go missing that we don't hear about. And like when we do that, I have this series called True Crime News, and I kind of just do it when I'm not wanting to like just do another repetitive video of something that's been I've covered already or been covered or there's nothing happening, and we'll go through and look at cases that, you know, aren't really getting a ton of attention. And there are so many that happen that aren't being talked about. It's crazy. Matter of fact, in Cleveland, Cleveland, I think 30 children went missing the first 2 weeks of May. 30 in 2 weeks. It's crazy. Anyways. Yes, Portland area. Sunshine. Dragonfly. Hey, Muscles and Mascara. Good to see you. Oh, I read that one. Okay. So Kristen, the 22-year-old, is the one that had the blunt force trauma. And this is her in the picture. Her family set up a GoFundMe. Said they had been conducting their own searches for her and handed out missing person flyers. On April 24th, a few weeks after Joanna's death, Charity Perry, 24, was found dead near Ainsworth State Park. Police will not release any more details about her death for fear of compromising their investigation. The same day, so 4 of them were found on 2 separate days. That's crazy. The same day, an unidentified woman who police believe is of Native American or Native Alaskan descent was found dead near an interstate. So Joanna is on the left. She was the one found in the barn. And then Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster is on the right. And I don't think we've gotten into her story yet. Oh, you're in the area, Sunshine Dragonfly. Oh my gosh, a friend of mine isn't far from there. And yeah, you guys better be careful. Please just be so careful. I wouldn't go anywhere alone right now. Hey, Lily. I didn't see you, but you got, if you were here, well, you're obviously here now, but yeah, you got a membership from Nay, which is exciting. Avery, there's tons of missing Indigenous women in the same area Gabby Petito died. I mean, a ton. I know. The missing and murdered Indigenous women, wow. I mean, when you start looking into that, it is disgusting and shocking how many there are. There's another missing girl from Clark County, Washington, just across the bridge. Law enforcement haven't linked it to the 6 yet. So the Native American woman who was found near the interstate had 2 distinct tattoos, a black music note with the letter V and a Buddha on her right upper back. When she was found, she was wearing rings and bracelets, a green long-sleeved shirt, a black and white zip-up jacket, jeans, and black and white Adidas cleats. Bridget Leanne Ramsey Webster was found dead on April 30th. This is Bridget on the right here. So they're all pretty young. Police say Bridget was known to frequent Central Portland. The last body to be found was that of Ashley Reel, 22. Her remains were spotted by a fisherman in a heavily wooded area in Eagle Creek on May 7th. She was last seen on surveillance footage at a fast food restaurant on March 27th. We are working diligently with those respective law enforcement agencies to determine if these deaths are connected. Now, let me see, because I think that's the end of that one, but we have some more to look at. So just a second. This is KGW, the news, the local news that was Daily Mail was referencing. Let's try to watch this. I don't know if it's going to let us. Yeah, maybe.
Human remains discovered in rural Clackamas County have been identified as a Portland woman who vanished in late March. Ashley Reel is one of 5 women to disappear and then turn up dead, all in the last 6 months. Let's bring in our Mike Benner, who's been looking into this for us. And Mike, do detectives believe any of these cases are connected?
You know, Ashley, we've heard from 2 of the law enforcement agencies handling these cases. And basically, they're not ruling anything out at this point. They're talking with partner agencies on the off chance these cases are somehow connected. And this comes as a relief to the family of one of the 5 victims.
These woods off Southeast Judd Road in rural Clackamas County is where deputies discovered the remains of Ashley Reel. The 22-year-old was last seen in late March at a fast food restaurant and transit center in East Portland. These photos of Reel are some of the last before she turned up dead in that heavily wooded area.
It's just so heartbreaking, and it's really hard to, I don't know, put into words, I guess. Just
Thank you, Eddie. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Was that the wooded area that they showed there?
how heartbreaking.
Sorry, you guys. I'm always doing that to y'all, rewinding and all.
Before she turned up dead in that heavily wooded area.
It's just so heartbreaking, and it's really hard to, I don't know, put into words, I guess, just how heartbreaking it is. You know, no matter the circumstances, that's somebody's baby.
Robin Speaks did not know Reel, but she's following her case closely because, like Reel, Robin's sister, Joanna Speaks, vanished in late March and turned up dead in early April in a rural area of Clark County.
We've gotten through the celebration of life, and we were able to, you know, come together for that, which was really awesome. But now it's kind of like hitting us more that it's real, and now we keep seeing on the news all these new girls.
All these new girls, 5 in total.
My God, imagine being a family member during one of these, because think about it, the family members of like Idaho, or, you know, where there's movement. In these cases, there's really been no movement. Some of them have been months and months going on, you know?
We've told you about Speaks and Reel, but then there's Bridget Webster, whose body was found in late April in northwest Polk County. About that same time, authorities discovered the body of Charity Perry in Ainsworth State Park. Perry had been missing since early March. And then there's Kristen Smith, who vanished in December of last year. The 22-year-old's body was found 2 months later at Southeast Deerdorf Road in Flavel in Portland.
With each one, you know, we've, as a family, we've talked about it, we've shared it, we've looked at the details, we've talked to the detectives to see if there are any similarities.
We, too, reached out to detectives with all of the agency's investigations.
Okay, so this is the thing, though. It's so hard. There's not been a ton of coverage on these individual women when they went missing, right? And I wonder if we could piece together any news reports and kind of look at similarities and differences. But like I said, even people who live there have kind of said that the local news has just started talking about this, and they've barely talked about it at all.
Investigating these disappearances and deaths. Polk and Clackamas County Sheriff's offices got back to us, and they're both talking to partner agencies to see if their respective cases are at all connected to any others.
I don't want to ever scare people, but also reality is there are women dying at just awful numbers.
While it's unclear if any of these cases will turn out to be connected, Robin Speaks says one thing is very clear.
Women need to pay attention, and they need to know that there are dangers, and they're clearly taking the lives of people that we love.
Our hearts go out to the Speaks family and really the families of all 5 women. If you happen to know anything about any of these cases, you're urged to pick up the phone. And
they're all quite young, so it would be interesting to see kind of, you know, I just wonder, because back in the day when serial killers were more prevalent, things were so different. People weren't carrying around cell phones all the time, and Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram and all, you know, all the things. BR the Star was just asking about coverage of this case. I'm glad you're covering it. Well, I mean, we're just kind of talking about it. There's not a ton of information that I can find on it, but Yeah, just kind of sitting back and learning a little bit together. I live in Washington. We don't hear about it. Wow, cray cray. This is sad, but what's really hard is they don't know if they're going after 6 suspects or 1. I cannot imagine being a young woman in this area. Yeah, they're all under 40. Matter of fact, many of them are in their early 20s. I mean, really young. Pacific Northwest always has some serial unalived crimes. Haven't been much about these here locally. That's crazy. Hopefully that changes. Probably a stalker on social media. Beware for sure. You don't know these you're talking to. People be crazy AF. Trust me. That's true. It is so true. You know, you could be anybody and you're hiding behind some weird picture or name that isn't you at all. You know, that I always think about with like Roblox and other games like that the kids are playing online, and there's supposedly other kids playing. It's like, are you sure that's little 7-year-old Johnny? Because I don't know. It could be anybody. It's just scary. I wouldn't want to date either. No dating sites and stuff like that. I wonder how many serial killers are really out there that haven't been identified yet. It's scary. It is scary. Hopefully there is DNA, Deborah. Let me see. So they were all found within a 100-mile radius of each other. Now, it's kind of crazy because you don't hear about serial killers often. And remember the other day we just talked about the guy in Texas, and I found something on him I wanted to show you guys just quickly. So this is from local news down there. It says, breaking news, Austin police and the U.S. Marshals have arrested Raul Meza after he called APD and turned himself in. Meza has not only confessed to murdering 80-year-old Jesse Fraga in Pflugerville this month, he also confessed to murdering 2 women, one in 2019 and one in 2020. In today's press conference, authorities called Meza the worst of the worst. One of the investigators categorized him as a serial killer. Authorities are looking back as far as 1996 at cold cases they believe he could be connected to. Investigators say when he was found, he was carrying a bag filled with duct tape, zip ties, and a gun with additional rounds. When he was found, wait, I thought he turned himself in. He turned himself in and he had a bag with duct tape, zip ties, and a gun. Hold on. Then there's one more. This is when they were still searching for him. PD are still searching for a man suspected in the murder of 80-year-old Jesse Fraga. His body was found at his home this past Saturday. The man they're searching for is Raul Meza Jr. If you've been in Central Texas for a while, you may remember him. He was 21 years old when he killed 8-year-old Kendra Page here in Austin in 1982, leaving her body behind a dumpster near an elementary school. He's been out of prison for a number of years. Yes, he killed an 8-year-old and did prison time over it, but he didn't get long. I think he got 30 years and he served, you guys probably remember 8 or 11 or something, but not long at all. Hey, Cement Shoes. Oh, Carol freaking Clut's very thoughtful and sweet. Predators are in Roblox, I promise you. That is freaking scary, cray cray. It really is. I mean, I'll sneak and get in the kids' messages and stuff and look, but I've been watching this Texas one. It's nuts. Ooh, I live in Oregon and saw this on the news tonight and was hoping someone would look at it. Hey, Criminally Focused. Hey, Tony. Headphones. Thank you guys for being here. Bedrock and Corey. Yorkie, why would SK turn himself in? That's kind of confusing, right? And then he was found with all that stuff, but he turned himself in. I don't know. I mean, it is the local news putting that out, but then again, I mean, we've seen some of the things the news has kind of put out. So let me see. There was one other thing that I grabbed on the Oregon one, which is just a Daily Mail article, but there's not a lot of coverage. So we've kind of went through what we can of that. But this one, this is the Texas guy. he could potentially be linked to 10 other cases. It says cold cases. So let's watch this together. I think we watched a second of another one of this. Oh my gosh. Here is that, Shabusiness. I cannot with that one. Like, I haven't stopped thinking about it since we talked about it. Hey, Johnny. Okay, you guys. Let me. Just a second.
Potential serial killer now behind bars in Texas after admitting to 3 murders. Investigators now say he may be responsible for 10 more. Thanks for joining us today on Law and Crime Network. I'm Sierra Gillespie. So the accused serial killer is 62-year-old Raul Meza Jr., who admitted to the recent murder of his roommate, 8-year-old Jesse Fraga. But that's not where his confession stopped. He also implicated himself in the 2019 murder of 60.
Well, you know what? He shouldn't have been walking around to begin with. I'm sick and tired of seeing these people like Jesse McFadden who have no damn business being out in society. And then they kill other people and we're like, oh my God, wow, like who would have thought? No, this is ridiculous. It's time to stop being lenient on first-time offenders if it's, a sexual crime towards children or anything towards kids. Period. Done with leniency on crimes against children.
Decades, Mesa admitted to the 1982 rape and murder of 8-year-old Kendra Page, whose body was found in a dumpster near an elementary school. For that, Mesa took a plea deal and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. But before he finished that sentence, he was released in 1993 after serving only 11
years. 11 years. I mean, are you kidding me? Can you imagine? You kill this baby and leave her behind a school and you do 11 years? I cannot. Many Texas cities protested him living in their cities after he was let off his sentence early of Kendra Page. Okay. Hold on, you guys. One sec. I gotta go.
For the next few decades, Mesa was in and out of prison. But then on May 24th of this year, he called Austin police and admitted to his roommate's murder and also implicated himself in a separate 2019 murder. 5 days later, the Lone Star Fugitive Task Force tracked him down at a hotel along the interstate. He was taken into custody and at the time found with a bag filled with zip ties, duct tape, ammunition, and even a pistol. Officials now say there are upwards of 10 murders that Mesa could be responsible for, and detectives say that number could continue to grow. To break down this case and learn more about Mesa's troubled history, we're joined now by Bruce Mills, the interim Austin assistant city manager, who is also the primary investigator in Kendra Page's 1982
Thank you again, Carol freaking Claus. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I didn't actually hear it because I had to run in hear the last few seconds of this because I had to run in the house. So,
Bruce, thank you so much for joining us today.
Certainly, you're welcome.
So what's interesting about this case right off the bat is that Mesa himself contacted police and admitted to multiple murders over the phone. In your experience in law enforcement, is that something a suspect normally does?
Oh, in fact, no, it's very, very unusual. It's make believe on TV that you see that, but no, it's highly unusual. I talked to the detective that took the call. The 311 system in Austin is a non-emergency line that.
So he called 311. Wow.
Folks can call to report a type of crime or ask for police. And apparently he called and asked to be transferred to homicide. Many times that type of call might go to voicemail, expecting someone to call back. And as it was, the detective was in the office and answered the call. And that's when Mesa proceeded to tell his story and confess to the crime, to the point that the detective who I spoke with later said the longer he talked, the more believable, of course, it became. And at the same time was looking on his computer and seeing if there was a murder in Pflugerville outside of Austin. And of course there was. So one thing led to another.
Some reports are labeling Mesa as a serial killer, and that's a phrase that really grabs people's attention. Do you think it's fair to label him as a serial killer?
I do.
He does.
You know, by
That's interesting because think about it. They're not very similar crimes. You have this child way back, then years and years ago. Now you have an 80-year-old and then other adults. It's just, I think they're different methods. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know as much about this one. I'm kind of just learning, but still it is interesting because a lot of times we see, I guess they do use different methods, but oftentimes they'll have a pattern or a particular way of doing things that stands out to investigators as being like their signature or their pattern.
Definition, 2 to 3 people killed would be convicted killing, or confessed killing would be considered a serial killer. Clearly, talking to our detectives and researching unsolved murders, there's no doubt that he killed at least 3. We know of 2 that he confessed to recently, and of course, Kendra Page 40 years ago.
Look at her.
And in all likelihood, several more cases.
In all likelihood, several more. How many has he not been?
So I think it's very fair to
Oh, that is
categorize
so
him as a serial
sad.
killer.
And it's cold cases that investigators
Cannot imagine if I was her family. Someone wrote, "How does her family feel?" in the chat a minute ago, and that caught my attention because that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, let's think about Gannon. Okay. We have Gannon's parents, Al and Landon, when they gave their victim impact statements, you could see they were furious and fed up, and, they got a little bit of justice with the life sentence, but it still wasn't enough to, it's not enough. Even the fullest punishment is not enough. Imagine 11 years. Beaver boys, you guys are too quick to judge. I mean, he served time for the crime. I think that, we can pretty much say that one, he's been convicted of and served time for, and he's also confessed to the other one. So,
attempting to link Mesa to. Why would investigators start there? What sort of connection would they need to determine?
Certainly what they'll look for is patterns, with evidence from those cases, everything from photographic to location. One of the things that they learned, Mesa traveled up and down Interstate 35 for different reasons. So even when they located him close to I-35 at a hotel. So, people, and sometimes these criminals are a creature of habit. And so they will look for connections, people that may have had family members in different locations. And of course, looking at manner of death on some of the cases, if that information is available. And then it's just a process of making those connections, and then looking for physical evidence.
Ooh, that's the home where
evidence.
Jesse Fraga was killed. This guy's kind of losing my
never went
attention.
to
He's
trial
very
and said he took a
monotone.
plea
Or
deal.
I don't know.
What
just
did you
odd.
make of it back then?
Well, it was completely unprecedented in my experience, and had been a homicide investigator for a couple of years, and had been in the police department 4 or 5 years, and so had, anecdotally at least, knew that these cases, you work them up for a long time.
He's talking
there's
months
about that
case
months of
40 years
investigative
ago.
follow-up work with laboratories and reporting and pre-trial, so it's months and months.
Awesome, Pointer Lover.
Trial, normally.
Or are you joking?
And we were on the path of having evidence examined, getting ready to prepare for a trial. We'd been before a grand jury in Travis County to gain evidence. So it was an investigation in progress that we expected to go for a number of months. And we were, as I said earlier, scheduled to meet with the suspect. He was going to be coming in with his attorney to possibly give a statement. Many times it would have been a statement of trying to.
Lord have mercy. He's so hard for me to focus on what he's saying. And I want to go through a couple headlines with you guys before we go. So let me speed it up and to go
explain why they weren't involved. To be the time that, not to necessarily walk in and confess. We were prepared for that. And as I recall, I got a phone call from the district
Oh, we
attorney's
love you
office
too,
saying
Carol
that
freaking Claus.
he would not be coming in with his attorney, and that there was a plea deal, and that this would not be going to court. The case was going to be pled.
For Paige's murder, Mesa got that 30-year sentence and only served 11 years behind bars. What do you think went wrong?
You're right. He was sentenced to or agreed to 30 years for murder. I happened to be deputy chief or assistant chief at the time.
30 years,
He
which
was released in '93, and I was asked then about the case, and it was, again, here we were 11 years after the fact, and that a person that should have never been out of jail, period, and certainly should have been.
There we go. No, he shouldn't have.
More than 30 years, was being released back into the public 11 years later. So I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was very disappointed and concerned.
Wow, pretty crazy. He's been there the whole time, you know. Okay. Let's go over to Crime Online and look at a couple things. So earlier I saw that Joran Vandersloot was on his way here. Oh, cement shoes. Thank you. This guy reminds me of Jean Leroy Hart, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murder suspect. Oh, I don't know that one. I'll have to look. And thank you, Cement Shoes. I appreciate that so much. Hey, Jordan. Yes, Lynn. In Texas, there was some, though. There is some in Oregon. However, they're still, happening now. So, oh, I didn't see that, Jordan. Let's see. This says Natalie Holloway, Joran Vandersloot being moved to a different prison ahead of extradition. I'm going to keep going just so we can see. Have you guys been following this one? The Corey Richens, I'm sorry. Kind of crazy, but let's see. And the car that caught on fire with the child in it, with the kids in it. Oh, this is the kid that jumped off the boat we've been following. The parents of missing Louisiana teenager Cameron Robbins said they're grateful for all the support they've received following the presumed death of their son, who jumped off a ship into shark-infested waters. Oh, man. In the Bermuda Triangle. That's crazy. Okay. Young brother playing with kittens. Killed dead in home by shooter out on bail. Hold on one sec, you guys. I was looking. Oh my gosh, how did I get on that? Hold on just a second, you guys. Sorry, there's an emergency. Trenton is playing a game and he has to have $5 right now. I can't wait. It has to be right now. I actually have $5 in my Cash App and he has a Cash App card. So I'm just gonna go send it to him really fast. Hold on, you guys. Hey, Sheena. There's about those 20 kids right under our noses. Over 20 children missing in Cleveland. They all vanished the same month. Alarming increase in missing children. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, this is one I saw that I wanted to look at. Lord have mercy. That kid, he sent me like 57 requests on here. I did not even see them for $1. $1. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Anyways, back to business. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Hey, Adrian. I'm doing okay. How are you? Nay, are you okay? Ooh, Jordan, I hadn't seen that yet. Bye, Shay. Good night. Hey, Stacy C. Hey, Chasing Pavements. Welcome. Sorry you came in at a time where I was getting bummed for money by my 14-year-old. But anyways, get with it, Mom. He needs his money. Okay. Missing Alabama mother of 2 found shot to death, body set on fire. An Alabama mother who vanished earlier this week is believed to be deceased after a burned body was found with gunshot wounds. Law enforcement in the state had previously issued a missing persons alert that said 31-year-old Jeremiera Avery Fowler was in danger. Fowler was last seen on Wednesday around 4 p.m. in Birmingham, according to AL.com. Police initially said Fowler, a mother of 2, may have been planning to meet someone to buy an item from Facebook Marketplace. However, police later said they could not confirm that detail. Then, around 9 p.m. Thursday, local authorities received a report of a body on fire in the 1000 block of Sellers Road, which is in a wooded part of the Roebuck area in Birmingham. Firefighters responded and extinguished the fire. Police initially said it appeared the body of an adult woman was located with signs of trauma. Authorities later said the body had gunshot wounds and was set on fire. The case is now being investigated as a homicide. No arrests have been made. She was wearing black dress and black shoes, and she was driving a white Nissan Versa. So Birmingham, Alabama, you can call Crime Stoppers, but she's only 31 years old, you guys, and has 2 babies. That is so sad. That's, I'm almost 34. That is just, Ooh. This reminds me of old Koberger, but with the gloves. Aw, Claus, thank you. From me to your 14-year-old son. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm going to have to take a picture of the screen and show him that. Very sweet. No chasing pavements. No. Hey, Music City Mom. The Swan Report is so sad. Oh, killed it and ate it. Oh, my God. Wow. That's horrific. No, you haven't, Music City Mom. Well, we're kind of off the serial killers. We were talking about that in the beginning, and now we're just talking about a couple cases after. But that's kind of crazy. Get out of my head, Music City Mom. 30 minutes from you, Adrian. Oh, cement shoes. Koberger, the great value Ted Bundy. He is. He definitely is. Okay. Security footage shows missing woman's boyfriend wearing gloves while dumping items from her car. Oh, after this, please remind me. Before we go, I want to talk to you guys about that 12-year-old little girl who stabbed her, or the 12-year-old who killed her 9-year-old sibling. Or was it? Yeah, 12 and that. Regardless, I want to talk to you guys about that too. Because I don't have enough information to do a whole show, but I did watch a couple of videos with the mom doing an interview. And I thought it was interesting, but okay. Yeah, and before I go any further, let me just ask you guys, have you seen that? Have you been following it? And it appears that it had something to do with medication. One article I read said acne medication, but I could have swore the interview with Chris Cuomo, she said ADHD. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up in my brain, but oh, crazy mama. It's awful. It is sad, Music City Mom. The mom has been online, has done a couple interviews trying to help people understand what's happened and help, prevent it, I guess, from happening again. But hey, Amber, good to see you. Hey, Steph. I left water out my nose. I didn't hear acne meds. Yeah, that was in an article. I believe they got it wrong. 12 and 9. And yes, I'm following that one. Yes, 12 years old. What a mess. I've been following ADHD meds. Thank you, Pointer Lover. Okay. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, someone on Twitter said acne, but I didn't think that was right. Okay. So security footage shows missing woman's boyfriend wearing gloves while dumping items from her car. On Friday, South Carolina police announced they have arrested a man in connection with the unsolved disappearance of his girlfriend, who was last seen in May. Casey Young, 44, spoke with family on May 15th, a day before she failed to show up for work at Spartanburg Regional Medical Center. Cell phone records indicated that her phone died after she returned home from work on May 15th, and it was never turned back on. According to WHNS, that's who said that the phone died, never turned back on, according to them. But the news outlet reported the Young's Infiniti G37 was found in the parking lot of Windsor Place Apartments, which is 3 miles from her house. Surveillance footage allegedly showed her live-in boyfriend, Dayron Collins, wiping down Young's car while wearing gloves and walking to a dumpster to discard miscellaneous items. The surveillance footage was played in court on Friday. Police claimed Collins left his phone at home in an attempt to hide his whereabouts. They also alleged that a review of security footage at the couple's shared home uncovered that several videos were deleted and the camera had been unplugged around the time of her disappearance last month. Wow. I mean, that doesn't make you look guilty at all. According to WHNS, Collins claimed he and Young got into an argument and Young left their home. He allegedly stated that he had not seen her since the row, but he stayed home to pack up her belongings. Young has not been located. As of right now, he's charged with obstruction and grand larceny. $9,000 bond. Oh, they have a daughter who may be a witness in this case. Despite this, the judge did not bar him from contacting his daughter while out on bond. Oh my God, that is so sad. WHNS reported Young and Collins share a daughter who may be a witness in this case. Wow. That is freaking horrible. He just there's a look in his eyes. Something don't look right with him. Seriously. Okay, let me try to find that video I'm talking about with Cuomo and the mom of that case. Hold on. Got it. Okay. It's only 5 minutes, 25 seconds. Ooh, expert disputes medication responsible for her stabbing. Oh, wow. Dr. Kelly Posner, professor of psychiatry at Columbia, joins Cuomo to dispute the claim that ADHD meds. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
So,
Y'all watch.
it's got to be so hard for April Lyda, that's the mom, who's here to be
I
living it.
forgot about this. I have to go back and see it. Lori Vallow's ex-best friend did an interview, and since the trial.
For all of us who have kids, we've heard our kids be like that, but never in circumstances like this. April, I'm so sorry for what's happened to your family, and I appreciate you trying to help us all figure it out. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just hanging in there, one day at a time.
I know you got a little one at home and you're trying to figure out how to help your 12-year-old. What have you been able to make sense of in terms of how this happened?
From what we found, it looks like it was a medication issue, not anything else. It was just like a manic episode of some kind.
But this is the thing. She wasn't on the medication anymore. She had been on it, taken off, and mom saying that it put back on, taken off again, and mom saying it basically did damage to her brain. Now, a 12-year-old who kills, what happens to him? Depends. If they're charged as an adult, they can stay in juvenile detention until they're old enough to go to prison, and then they'll finish their sentence there. If they're charged as a juvenile, however, they'll be let out at like 25. So did he ever go to trial? The woman who was killed jogging. Ooh, I don't remember that. Wait, yes, I do. Was it out in the Midwest somewhere? And she was a real pretty girl. What was her name? Sydney Sutherland or something like that? Pascal had a good show with the 12-year-old. Doctor was interviewed everywhere elsewhere who stated she had not been on the meds, so it shouldn't be used as an excuse. They can't go to prison in the state for her age, I think. Yeah, no, they go to a juvenile detention center first. Of course, the Ivy Leagues will push the medication. Hey, Manda Monsters. The mom has a 3-year-old son, too. He was visiting his father. Oh, my. ADHD medicine does cause side effects. If you take them off and put them back on, take them off, put them back on. Okay, how many of you guys, because it's so common, how many of you guys have had kids who have been prescribed something for ADHD? Hey, Amber, we talked about you a little bit, and we talked about a couple of different cases in the beginning. We've kind of moved on to just other things now, but I think she's a psychopath. The medicine helps kids with actual ADHD. The problem is that every kid with high energy or behavior issues is diagnosed with ADHD, and often incorrectly. These universities are funded by Big Pharma. Oh, God, MK, I don't know. I'm going to play this for a minute, though, and then what I really want us to hear now that I see it is this doctor saying, no, it wasn't the medication.
From a
ADHD medicine. Help me understand. So she was on an ADHD.
Here she is. Here he is. Apparently, they loved each other very much. Well, let her tell you, because I watched it and I was half asleep. And
deficit hyperactivity disorder, very common for parents out there. They'll hear about it. They give indications, but there's usually guidance about, well, you may start seeing this part of a downturn or a spiral. Was there any other behavior that gave you any indication that the kid was unstable?
No.
Ricky, I believe it's different depending on what state you're in.
She was fine. She wasn't unstable until she was put back on the medication.
Hey, Tiff.
So she was on the medication. What happened to take her off it?
She cut her arms within a month of being back on it. So I immediately took her off after speaking to the school and herself. We had a long conversation. She said that she felt like she was really irritated, irritable, angry for no reason. So of course, I took her off of it. Unfortunately, the damage was done. Stuff like this can happen months or even years after being off of a medication like this.
Stuff like this can happen months or even years after being off the medication like this.
So she was on the medication. You took her off. She went back on. She started to self-harm. You took her off again. What did the doctors tell you about why going on or off was the right thing? Were they in favor of taking her off both times?
Well, the first time I took her off, it was my decision and Jane's decision because she was being homeschooled at the time and she wanted to see if she could do it without her medication, because the only reason why she was on that medication was because she was having a hard time concentrating with 25 other kids. They're homeschooling that year, and I told her that was fine. We can try out and see if she does well on it. And if she does, she'll continue to not have to take it. But like I said, a year and a half later, she went back to public school, and the doctor recommended putting her back on it because her grades were slipping.
Is this the body cam for this, you guys? 12-year-old accused of killing baby brother in demonic rage.
And so I did. I put her back on it. And then a month later,
I'll just tell you, apparently they were very close and loved each other very much. I can't imagine the fear that this little boy must have felt. I really cannot. Before we go to see what the doctor said, let me click on this just for...
I don't think you're a big bad spy. I think...
Just to see if this is...
Begin with a frightening and terrifying occurrence of Oklahoma. Mother loses 2 of her children.
Oh God, never mind. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if this is like news or like some kind of, I don't know. Let's just go watch this because I know this is news. I don't want to put out anything, from a where it says demonic. I'm afraid it might be a religious channel or something. So let's go here.
Dr. Kelly, professor of psychology, has groundbreaking work.
Uh-oh.
Understanding how to treat suicide.
Now hold up. That damn roadblocks or whatever up there. I'm telling y'all that's what it is.
Reduce it
Lord
and remove the stigma of, because the part of the problem has been around for a long time. Doc, thank you very much for joining me once again.
As always, really grateful to be here.
What is your first take on the mom saying, yep, it was the meds, that's what did it?
Well, let's just start by saying that, this family is going through unimaginable anguish, and comes with that is shock. And the natural reaction is for why. And it's absolutely the right thing to do to first think about the medical issues or medications. That's a reasonable thing to do. But it's very important to really, as you said, separate fact from fiction. There's been lots and lots of misunderstanding many things, medications causing suicide, other terrible outcomes. And what we know clearly is that medications don't cause these terrible. It's actually underlying medical conditions that these medicines are treating that are responsible.
I'm so surprised to hear that, because how many times have you guys heard on, warnings on taking antidepressants or Accutane or different things like that? Lynn, Amber just sent me the body cam. We're about to watch the body cam together, and then maybe we'll have a better idea of some of it.
Thing becomes really when people think that the medications cause things like this, that it off of the life that this is very rare. Even new studies, thousands and thousands of people, and they show consistently that this medicine is very safe and very effective. And you know what the worst side effect is? Being very sleepy. So right. It's really critical that we get the facts out there.
But the stigma against medicine, and by the way, my work with Kelly, we've been friends forever, but goes back a long time, because I was one of the reporters going hard on the drug companies for what data they were putting out or not putting out about testing kids, and that you got to put warnings on these meds. And Kelly was like, you got to be careful. We're going to see a spike in suicide. And that's what happened, because people weren't getting treated.
What do you guys think? This is really
things, because they were saying, no, the medicine's too dangerous. Then the underlying conditions wind up being, even more.
Could a medication not exacerbate an underlying condition, or potentially unveil it, kind of bring it out of its, like if it was dormant or something like that?
And that stigma is strong, alive, and well. Comment number 1, so sad and scary. My son was on a med for ADHD, was switched to another one. The second med made him into a different person. He was angry all the time. You just never know what's going to happen with a medication. That is the main boogeyman. I saw hundreds of these. What's the reality?
That is not the reality. And the reality is that if medication, if the diagnosis was ADHD, right, up to 10% of our kids, it's the most common diagnosis. It's a chemical, genetic, brain-based illness.
Thank you, and welcome, Sunset Gazing. And okay, let's go ahead and grab the body cam. Amber recommends we watch it all. I think it's around 7 minutes long, and then I'll let you.
Every computer in your house, your mom.
Dude, he was screaming. Sorry. Then I'll let you guys go at the end of it. We'll watch it together though. Oh wait, it's 25 minutes. All right, let's just watch and see. We'll see how it goes.
Come here. Come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry. Just be cool with my parents.
Where's the knife?
Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Please.
Oh my God, you guys. By the way, this is going to be tough to watch. I'm just going to warn you guys now. If you think it might be too tough for you, just know that's what we're doing. You can mute it and just chat with the chatters or something like that. But it's probably going to be tough to watch. I haven't seen it yet, but just judging by the beginning, hearing her cry, hearing Mom, was that Mom who said she stabbed him in the chest? I don't know, but I just want you guys to be prepared. So I usually feel kind of dumb doing trigger warnings on a true crime channel. Like, you should probably expect we're going to talk about, true crime, but it's pretty sensitive. So I think it's, called for.
Hey, Len, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Come here.
sorry.
Come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry. Just pull up my pants.
Where's the
I'm
knife?
sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry. You better pray to God he fucking hands, right?
She said, you stabbed him in the freaking chest. You could kill him. Oh my God. This poor mother. God almighty. I can imagine that she probably, it might make it easier. I'm not saying that she's consciously choosing to blame the medication, but I think, subconsciously sometimes we may tell ourselves stuff like that to kind of cushion the blow a little bit, if that makes any sense.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Where's the knife?
I was upstairs in my room and I threw it out the window and it's behind the apartment right here.
You threw it where?
I threw it out my window upstairs.
Right
not
up here?
not right there. It's the room. It's the other room. It's right behind the apartment. This apartment right here.
So where would the knife be? On that side?
Right behind. Yeah. I'm so fucking sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It's some demonic shit.
Wait a minute. You don't know what happened? You just told in great detail where the knife was, and I don't mean to rewind this and make y'all crazy or pick at a 12-year-old, but I got to hear that again, because her mom's like, you used a knife? I'm so sorry, Mama. I don't know what happened. But the knife, it's like right over to the left, about 35 degrees from this, and no, come on. I don't know.
I'm so sorry. You better pray to God he fucking hands, right? Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Where's the knife?
I was upstairs in my room and I threw it out the window and it's behind the apartment right here.
You threw it where?
I threw it out my window upstairs.
Right up here?
Not right there. It's the room. It's the other room. It's right behind the apartment. This apartment right here.
So where would the knife be? On that side?
Right behind. Yeah. I'm so fucking sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It's some demonic shit. I'm so sorry.
What's your mom's name? What's your mom's name?
She said it's some demonic shit. I'm so sorry. Wow.
I gotta go with him. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Come over here so we're out of the paramedics' way.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
Hey, what's your name? Seat for me. Sit crisscross on the grass, okay? Just sit there for a second. You don't have the knife on you, right?
No, I swear I don't. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Is there anybody else inside the house?
No, it's just me, my mom, and my brother. He's dying.
Hey,
He's dying. Oh my God.
how would I get to the knife? Is there the back side?
I can show you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I really didn't want things to happen like.
She did say, I'm so effing sorry. Yes. And, sorry to keep pausing it. Okay, I'm going to really try from this moment on not to pause it a lot so we can get through it. But if something major, I'll pause it. But otherwise, I'll just play. It's on 1.25 speed, so it won't take us the whole 23 minutes.
Like this sucks. I'm so sorry.
This sucks?
You're probably going to go to jail. I'm going to live the rest of my life in prison.
That's it right there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what
Do me a favor. We're going to sit crisscross applesauce right here.
Okay.
Which one is it? First apartment right here. Hey, she threw the knife over here.
Stay there.
It's Right there.
Okay.
I'm fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck I did.
Stick your hands out like this for me. Do you?
All right, I am super excited because today in the mail, I just received my brand new show album. This feature.
Do you have any cuts on you?
I do.
Where at?
Welcome, Hot Mess. On her arm. So she must. That's right. Mom actually said, "Welcome, Hot Mess. Thank you." I think there was an incident that must have occurred right before this. If we would have watched that full interview with Mom, she explains it. So you guys on News Nation on Chris Cuomo, the interview that we watched, if you want to watch it all, it's on News Nation. Yeah, and thank you, Hot Mess. I'm a hot mess too, girl. Jesse, I was lurking for a while. I do that sometimes too. Sometimes you just aren't in the mood to people, but you want to watch or listen. So if you're not in the mood to people, then just hang out and don't chat. It's all right. I understand because I do that all the time.
Which arm?
Both of them. My left one is just small cuts.
Did you cut yourself?
Yes. Actually, I'm at my right arm. It just has the small cuts, and then my left one has. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Mom, and then Fire and EMSA was. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna take you out of handcuffs and I'm gonna take your hoodie off, okay? That way we can see the cut that you have. Take your hood off for me. Is it just those? Those look old. Are they old?
Oh,
those. Yeah, those are a little.
This one, those are old with like.
Do you have any new?
One that's brand new. This was brand
That's
new.
from today.
Yes. I'm so fucking.
With the
sorry.
same knife.
Yes.
Okay. Can you watch her for just a second? Do what?
What was that?
Can you watch her for just a second so I can get in her glove?
I got no glove.
I'm so sorry. What's happening with her? I'm so sorry. What's gonna happen with her? I need to go to the hospital.
I don't know yet. You don't know yet. You go with the hospital. We'll come and talk to you, okay?
What happens? Just be calm, okay? I don't know what happened tonight. We'll figure it out. I have to go be with your brother. Make sure he's okay.
I don't know what the fuck I did. I'm so sorry.
Whoa, that was Mom. Hold on a sec.
What's gonna happen with her? I need to go to the hospital.
I'm so sorry. What's happening with her? I'm so sorry. What's gonna happen with her? I need to go to the hospital.
I don't know yet. You don't know yet. You go with the hospital. We'll come and talk to you, okay?
What happens? Just be calm, okay? I don't know what happened tonight. We'll figure it out. I have to go be with your brother. Make sure he's okay.
I don't know what the fuck I did. I'm so sorry. I love you.
I don't know what the F I did. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Does your arm hurt?
No.
Okay. It's not bleeding, so
knife is over there.
I think we're good. I'm gonna stick your hoodie back over, okay?
Okay.
All right, let me clear my car. Carter, take her to my car.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? We're gonna get up. There we go. Let's go this way.
Am I going to jail?
We're gonna figure it out, okay?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
She doesn't want to go to jail. She knows that.
I'm sorry.
What's your last name? How do you spell your first name?
Yeah.
What's your birthday? Here, let's back up so you can have room to. You have shoes or anything?
No, just socks.
Okay.
I have stickers in my socks right now. A lot of stickers.
Is he going to the hospital?
Yeah. Waiting my referral to the hospital.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I heard my brother screaming and I didn't know what to do, so I just ran out and then I came back because I was scared.
Can you work on calling crime scene?
Yeah, I'll call crime scene.
Witten is texting you mom's info.
I already got mom's. Well, I got mom's name and phone number.
Okay.
So I'll call crime scene. I'll step out the car. Call everything. All right, I'll be out here if anything. Okay. All right. Good. How old is he?
He's 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay. All right. I'll be right here. Okay. Just hang tight. You're not going anywhere right now.
Will I be in jail?
What was that?
Will I be in jail?
Right now, let's just, calm down a little, okay? I don't know what we're going to do right now, all right? Okay. Right now, we're investigating.
Okay.
Take a deep breath, okay? I know there's a lot of things going on
Wow,
right now.
this pop.
Take a breath.
I don't know why.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause. I'm trying not to pause often, but I just want to say this cop is doing a really great job at trying to keep her calm and stay calm in the situation. And you can hear the sadness in his voice when he asks, "How old is he?" And she says 9. But I wish more of them had the patience like this.
Just take a breath. Let's not think about it.
When I first came to school, our math teacher, he had cancer, so he wasn't at school for a really long time. And yesterday was his first day back in school. And I really hated math, but I started to like it because he was there. Is my brother in the hospital?
He's in the hospital right now, lady.
Will he live?
Pretty sure he will.
Where's my brother right now? He's in the hospital, little lady. Will he live? Honestly, I had another comment I was going to say, but I've lost my words, so I don't even know what it was.
There's the doctors. Doctors are all over there. So we'll take care of him. Your mom's over there, too.
I'm so sorry. Is he just never going to forgive me?
It's okay.
Come back and get credit for the work you've put in at Purdue Global. With your experience and college.
Sorry about that. Let me see before we continue. He would make a phenomenal detective, but I didn't like how he basically told her, "You're 12, so it's a freebie." And then, yes, Corky, it is the girl who killed her little brother. Okay. She should have asked if he'd lived before asking about jail. Ugh. In the whispering, I wish I could have understood what she was saying there, but I couldn't. Did you guys hear her?
Take a breath.
Just want to wake up from this nightmare.
Take deep breaths,
I ruined my life. I ruined my whole future.
No, nobody's ruined life, okay? All right?
It's all my fault.
You're fine. You're fine. It's nobody's fault, okay? It's nobody's fault. Who watches you guys when your mom goes to work and all that?
It's just me.
Just you and your brother?
Yeah, I babysit.
Wow.
I have I have a 3-year-old brother. He just turned 3 in October, but he goes to his dad's every week. He goes to his dad's every weekend, but we got a day
No, it's
early
the 9-year-old little brother.
today.
Mhm.
So we just went to his dad's house, and I don't want to see him.
So he's at his dad's house, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
His name. I already know that.
What was that?
I already know I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life.
You are not going to jail.
Yes, I am.
Nobody knows that, all right? Okay. You
For
are
the
not.
rest of my
What I
life.
did was super illegal.
We are gonna get through with this, okay?
I'm just scared. Am I gonna be able to go back to school?
Huh?
Am I gonna be able to go back to school?
I don't know yet. Right now, we're just calling people. I don't know when. Possibility, yes. I don't know. I can't answer that for you, right, Jen? But yes, I want you to go back to school.
I just want to say goodbye to a lot of people.
Say good. Where are you going?
Jail.
You?
It's up to someone that's bad.
Oh.
It's really bad.
Let's not think about that, okay?
He's doing an excellent job. He's trying to keep her calm and, just tell her whatever to pass the moment. Hi, lovely little ladybug. I love your name. That's very cute. Amy says all different fathers. Can you imagine how hard this is for the cop? He's doing such a great job setting the emotional tone for that poor girl. What an impossible situation. She stabbed him in his sleep. I mean, oh my God, that's scary. That scares me to death. I mean, oh my God, it's just scary because you never know with other kids and stuff. I don't know. It just, like my kids. Oh, that's just, it was scary.
Let's not think about that. Just calm down, relax. A lot of things are going on right now, okay? A lot of things are going right now, okay?
Okay. Are the handcuffs necessary? I'm a good child.
You're a good child, but that's just what we have to do, policy. Especially if you're sitting in my car,
Gotta itch my eye.
Wow, the tone was quite different there, huh? Are the handcuffs necessary? I'm a good child.
I don't even know if my mom will want me to live there anymore.
Your mom loves you, okay? Your brother loves
They
you
won't
too.
trust me anymore.
What are you talking
They
about?
wouldn't be able to trust me anymore after what I did. They would probably be too scared to even let me back in the house.
No, not okay.
I'm not saying that I will go to jail, but if I were to go to jail, how long would I be there for?
So it's kind of a difficult question. So first of all, you're too young to go to jail.
Juvie?
So juvenile detention and jail, two completely different things. Because you're 12, correct? So you got to be at least 13 to go to jail. But I have no idea if you do or don't, how long you'd be there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Get that belt off. Okay. All right. We'll get you out of those handcuffs. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go through that door right there. Call somebody.
This is them arriving at Juvie. Okay. This is unbelievable, you guys. It's just, I'm mind-blown over here.
Hey, Jill, how do I get in? Okay, all right. Sounds. I'm sorry, was that?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the body cam footage of the 12-year-old that killed her 9-year-old little brother. And her mom, we watched a second of an interview with mom right before, who said she believes it was a medication she was on. She wasn't currently on it, but she was on it before and had some issues while on it, so she came off of it. And then we saw a little clip of a doctor saying no, that it wouldn't be the medication, that it would be whatever underlying issue she had going on possibly, but not the medication. And now we're watching the body cam, which it started at the house, like as police arrive and they're screaming and they're talking to her, and now they're at the detention center, and I believe it ends at the hospital. But I know that Amber said that it shows them at the hospital.
Hi, everybody. Come on
Hey.
Okay, so I'm going to take you back here.
Want to out of cuffs or you up?
Yeah, we're going to take you out of cuffs, okay?
Okay.
Do you use the restroom?
Actually, I could use the restroom.
Okay.
I need to use the restroom.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody can use the restroom.
I'll take it off.
And before you use the restroom, I'm going to take pictures of your hands, okay?
Okay.
Lean forward.
Detective Silly.
Okay. An update on Bite for the bad bees who forget to wear their retainers.
I don't think
It's
my
been
son would know I'll tell you what, I have a 14-year-old, and I know for sure one thing. He would never talk like that. And also, I'm not sure that he would know what juvie is. Maybe, but I don't know that we've ever really talked about it. And especially in that context where that word would be used, but maybe he has with his friends or at school or something like that. I'll have to ask him to see if he knows, because that's a good question.
Sorry, my little flash is not the best. Just go ahead and we'll leave it like that for now. I'll take some of this. Go ahead and turn your hands over. Okay. And then can you pull up your sleeves for me? Thank you. Okay, Jalen. Our restroom's right over here.
Where's the bathroom?
Sadly, we only have one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And if you need water or soda or anything, go ahead. It's just the one seer. I've got everything for her.
Okay. Did some young.
We're gonna leave it on just for a bit. How was she over here?
She was asleep. She was good.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't know. I'm not telling her anything yet.
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
Does she know? I guess that he passed away, maybe. But okay, so were they talking about the camera? Because he points to it and he's like, do I need to leave this on? And she said, you're going to leave that on just for a little bit.
I understand.
Hold on.
Was she over here? I've got everything for her.
Okay. Did some young.
We're gonna leave it on just for a bit. How was she over here?
She was asleep. She was good.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't know. I'm not telling her anything yet.
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
I understand. We're gonna go this way.
Camera here.
You can go. No, thanks.
wow.
I'll take this guy. I'll bring it with us. We're gonna come over here. Your mom's here too. They just pulled in. Okay. I'm gonna kind of walk you through everything. And we'll just go from there.
Oh, my. Oh,
And we'll just hang out in here for now, okay?
oh wow, Pointer Lover, really?
Well, we're gonna talk to your mom first, and then we'll talk to both of you at the same time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous for this meeting, and I can't imagine how the mom feels right now. Not to mention probably completely devastated and heartbroken. But pointer lover, I asked about Chantix to my doctor a few years ago, and he told me with like my history being in recovery, having had problems being addicted to benzos, and which can cause mental health issues, anxiety, and because of anxiety and stuff, that he did not recommend for me to take it. Chantix gave me crazy nightmares. Oh, wow. We don't get to see the meeting. I wondered if we'd get to see any of it. I didn't figure we'd get to see much. So the hospital footage at the end of this actually takes place before she gets, okay, thank you. I think, yes, Cray, because this is at the jail, the juvenile detention center, and mom is arriving here. She must have just left the hospital.
Okay. Do you want anything to drink? Do you want any soda? Or water? Do you want a snack at all, Shaylin?
It's fine.
Okay. Because I've got snacks. It's really cold in our building, so we have a blanket for you too. Okay?
Oh my God.
And then,
Wow.
let me ask, are these the clothes you were wearing all night? Or did you change up? Okay. And then, if you ever need food or anything, let us know. Officer Jean, the guy who's
Okay. I'm gonna sit down with you if that's okay. Okay, so right now he's breathing. They're doing everything they can, but it's
Okay. This is the hospital, right? This looks like the hospital now. Hey, Miss T with the T. Someone I know in absolute. Oh yeah. Miss T with the T. I'm gonna have to go check out your channel, Miss T. COVID gave me the most bizarre dreams. Withdrawal gave me the most bizarre dreams. And when I went to rehab, oh my God. Oh, it was awful. Okay, now we're at the hospital. So, okay.
he's breathing. They're doing everything they can, but it's. I just talked to the doctor, and she was saying it's all good things right now.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So,
so both my kids tonight.
I know that this is a probably. I mean, I can't.
12-year-old daughter. I don't understand why she would do something like that. She's 12.
I guess.
What the hell?
Hey, Sarge, I'm with Mom. What's up?
Oh my God.
I'm working on it right. Yeah, she just walked in. I'm working on it right now. All right.
Oh my God, you guys. Aw. Thank you, Carol freaking Claus. That's very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Oh my God, they told her he was breathing and like basically like he was going to be okay. And she did the whole, oh, thank God and everything. Oh my God almighty. Okay, Raina, I understand. And thank you for coming here. And yeah, I'm so sorry. And thank you again, Carol Claus. That was very sweet. Thank you. She's dealt with a lot, I'm sure. Her stepdad tortured and killed her cat. Saw an article on it. I saw some comments about that. I was wondering what that was about. This part hurts my heart because they gave her so much hope and he passed shortly after. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna have. Just hold on to it. We don't need it here. We just need it signed. Okay, Roger.
Yes, AP card. This is real. Yes.
Yep. Okay, and I'll send you his information. And all right, give me 1 second. Roger, I'll call you right back here in about 5 minutes. All right.
Item 142.
I'm sorry about that. That was my supervisor. But I said I cannot imagine what you're going through right now.
She's never been like aggressive or anything.
Yeah.
It's not like her. Like it's like they bully each other like brother and sisters, but they never like fist fight or do anything like that.
So this
It was
is
just
completely.
he was in bed. He was downstairs trying to sleep. I don't know why she even went down there. Like what the hell was she? I don't understand any of it. All I know is I heard him screaming. The worst scream ever, and I thought maybe he was having a nightmare, so I started trying to wake him up, and there's blood everywhere. And he said, she stabbed me. I was like, ew. And he started going in and out of consciousness.
Oh my God almighty. So he was trying to sleep Mom comes in because she hears him screaming. She was already gone. The daughter was already gone, throwing her knife out the damn window. And he's awake and aware enough to say, she stabbed me. God almighty. This is something that will probably haunt this woman for the rest of her life. I feel for her so much. Oh my God.
So that's what they told me, to put him on the floor, do chest compressions, and I couldn't find my daughter anywhere. I was screaming her name, and she ran out after she did it because she was scared. And
So right now she's safe and she's in custody with us right now. It is a really this is a very there's no words that I can tell you that's gonna.
so weird. Why
But
would she do that?
those are answers we're gonna be looking for. And
Yeah, like it's just weird. They don't really get along that great, but I was never would have.
Oh, okay. Because, in that interview, she says, like, yeah, they were close. Like, they loved each other so much.
She do something like that.
I mean,
it's
but
crazy to me.
brothers
Like,
and
she
sisters.
was like, I don't know why. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. She doesn't even curse. Like, I don't know.
She doesn't curse.
just I can.
She doesn't even curse. What? I mean, she didn't sound like that was her first time ever dropping the F-bomb. That's just my first natural reaction. Maybe I'm wrong.
She's not a bad kid. Like, she doesn't do bad things. You know what I mean? Like, she
totally
doesn't get in
out of the-
trouble. It was weird. Yeah.
What's her name? This ex-husband you're talking about. This is their father.
It's his father. Yeah. Levi.
Thanks, Amber. I was wondering. I figured it was probably redacted stuff. Which, man, I'd like to know what they're saying there. But
And I called you earlier, and
oftentimes when they do that, it's just maybe stuff about her dad or his personal name, address, phone number, things like that.
you can totally disregard
I
that
was
because now
talking to the nurse.
you're totally good. Yeah,
Okay. His number is 918.
Lynn, I think her stepdad did, but I haven't seen it for myself yet, just in comments.
With Xander's dad and his grandma.
Athlete, you ready? All right, let's go.
All the time, like they look at Jamie like that's their granddaughter too. Like she doesn't get left out. Like I just don't understand why she would have so much anger towards him, especially bedtime. Like,
yeah.
It's so weird. I wish she just told him no. He asked if he could sleep downstairs, and I said yes. I wish I would have said no.
Well, there's nothing. Don't blame yourself. There's nothing that you could have done
But I
differently.
normally tell him no, and this night I was like, yeah, fine.
I mean, there's nothing that you could have done differently. I mean, don't blame yourself for any of this.
I didn't protect him. I didn't know she was gonna do something. No, like
It's
how
not
was
your
I
fault.
supposed to know?
It's not you.
I
You
know,
weren't-
but I feel like I didn't protect him. Like this is his home. He's supposed to feel safe.
Well, and again, like
His own sister. You know that he will never forgive her. She will never. It will never be. There will always be.
I'm not going to judge anything she's saying here. We could sit here and pick apart what she says, but honestly, she's going through such a traumatic experience. I don't really want to do that. She is a victim. I don't know what was going on in the home and stuff like that, and I think that it would be worth looking at. But for now, in this moment, just me personally, now I don't care if y'all do. Y'all give your opinions all you want because I love to read them. But I just think that I was about to try to start to kind of comment on what she was saying, but I'm going to hold back, I think.
Issues now between them. Like, what the hell is she thinking?
Well, it doesn't. I mean, she's 12 years old at that age. There's a lot of things going on in the brain she probably wasn't thinking.
Hello. Okay, he's here. So I'll meet him in the waiting room. She's gonna meet you in the waiting room. Bring you back here. Yeah, just the waiting room with the children's hospital, the children's emergency room. Yeah, the children's side.
Hey, Midwest Meemaw.
Okay. It's St. Francis Children's side, yeah.
So real quick, I know that I'm probably the last person you want to talk to right now. But so what we need is a search waiver for the apartment, so we can go through, have our crime scene detectives go through and do a thorough investigation of this. So to authorize us to do this, but I mean, it would really aid in our investigation to figure out everything that's going on.
We know what happened. My daughter says she got a knife and stabbed him 3 times.
Well, we need to find the knife, and we need to do all that.
Can I be there?
Uh,
I just don't know. I don't have anyone there. Right
Well,
now.
there's nothing. It's not like, I mean, if there's any, like, we're not looking for any. I'm not saying, I'm saying like
I know,
drugs
I'm
or
not
anything
worried about
illegal.
that.
It's not for that.
I just don't. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna sign it. I just don't have anyone that can be there right now.
Well, and that's there won't be any, like, because this is like crimes that go through, and it could be homicide that goes through, and
I have 2 cats there too. I don't want them to get out.
and they're not going to get out. They're
Okay. Yeah.
So your name, and you're only on us to get through there.
She get the.
Well, she got. Well, if it's inside the house,
Said it was in.
okay, that's the thing. We just go in there.
Yeah.
So the only thing I need to get from you is your signature right here. Here's
Yeah, Patricia, she was. I agree. I don't know, GGB.
And then taste these. What's apartment? What's the?
Oh, here's his dad.
I'll give you guys. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my
Let's go over there and give you time. She was upstairs. He was downstairs asleep, and she just heard him come down there, and she thought that he was just having a nightmare until she saw the blood.
Okay.
So, and shit.
He said shit. Oh my God almighty. Did you see when Dad comes in, he like comforts her immediately? Oh my God, wow. I think that's his real dad, the kid's real dad. It happened in January, I believe. Someone said, let me see if this will tell us exactly the date. Hold on. That one doesn't tell the day. I was trying to look in what something we watched or read just to get the exact date. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh my God, that was just crazy, very stressful and just crazy. Body cam shows, here's an article about it from the New York Post. She did say something demonic. That's what I thought she said. Body cam shows sobbing 12-year-old Tulsa girl telling cops she fatally stabbed 9-year-old brother. Some demonic shit. Yeah, some demonic shit happened or something. I don't know what happened. Some demonic shit. That's what she said. A hysterically crying 12-year-old told police officers she was entranced by demonic shit after she stabbed her 9-year-old brother to death. She didn't say entranced by, but he died. He passed away at 2:30 a.m. I don't even think this is given the date. I mean, come on. Look, there's a picture of them together with the mom. Oh, my God. That is just so sad. Look at him. Oh. Dude, where did StreamYard go? There you guys are. Hey, Day Tripper. I don't think it was just the meds. I sense there's I think there's some denial too. January 5th. Thank you, Music City Mom. Wow, you guys. Wow. The GoFundMe. I didn't know if you said that you could send it to me. The phone died, so I probably would have to find it myself. Let me see if Xander is the little boy's name. Lida tells her daughter. Lida. Okay, I can look that up on GoFundMe. April, Lyda. Oh, you guys, that's awful. I don't know. I cannot imagine going through something like that. It's horrific. Let's search for. Is it this one here? April and her family. Yep. Oh, man. April and her family. Yep. Okay, Amber, thank you. I'm confused about the dads. Well, let's read this, and then I will let you guys go for the night, and we'll come. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I can't stay away from you, because even today I was like, maybe I should take a break and just take the day, and then I was just in a really pissy mood, and I just needed to step outside of my regular life for a minute, and I think that's kind of what I do when I watch, and you guys probably do too. Like when you're listening or watching to YouTube, it's just like it gets your mind off of everything else, or you know what I mean? It's just like a little bit of a getaway or whatever. But okay, April and her family. Oh my God, how sad. After a horrific, unexpected tragedy happened a few weeks ago, we saw a need to start a fund for our very close family friend. Many of you have asked if a fund would be started and you can help. Those of you know her are aware of what an amazing, strong mother with fierce love for her children she is. The loss of her 9-year-old son to her 12-year-old daughter has left this mother and their family completely devastated and confused. We are still trying to figure out why this happened. Her daughter was a well-behaved child with no prior history of behavioral problems. Her son, Xander, was the sweetest boy who had the biggest smile. He loved to ride his bike, play Fortnite. Well, hold on a minute. Let me stop here. Her daughter was a well-behaved child with no prior history of behavioral problems. She said on the news that she was on ADHD medication. She began self-harming and came off of it because of that. So she was having issues before. To me, that's definitely, having some issues prior to. We need our friends with us to talk this crap through. Yes. And nothing wrong with leaning on each other to get through life. Absolutely, Corky, for sure. An escape, yeah. Deborah, I don't know much about that, just what you guys are putting in the chat. I'm definitely going to check it out, though. Me too, Pointer Lover. Below this is the update from Mom. Okay. Yeah, break from the norm. Okay, let's see. She definitely had some behavioral issues, though, but I'll forgive you and continue reading. Her son, Xander, was the sweetest boy who had the biggest smile. He loved to ride his bike, play Fortnite, hang out with his best friend, or just run errands with his mom. He loved spending time with his dad and grandma, going on trips with his family, and his favorite places were Sky Zone, Incredible Pizza, and the Children's Museum. His favorite foods were cheese pizza, tacos, and chocolate ice cream. He was an amazing son who would always do what he was told without hesitation. He wanted to make his mom proud. He loved his sister and brother very much, and he will be missed every second of every single day. April is a very independent person and is still raising her 3-year-old son as a single parent. She has trying to manage the many unexpected expenses that have come along with the aftermath of this terrible, unexplainable incident. The funds will be used for moving expenses to relocate her and her son to a new home, legal and attorney fees, an unexpected car repair, as well as some monthly bills and living expenses. She'll be very busy with many weekly counseling sessions, visitations, and other meetings with their fantastic support team. All funds go directly to April and her family. All right, here's the update from Mom. So this is by the organizer. Oh no, this is by Mom. Okay. I just want to thank you all for the donations. They couldn't have come at a better moment. I seen the YouTube video. I don't think it's legal or appropriate for them to post that, so hopefully it will be taken down. I try not to let the ignorant comments and all the theories get to me. Yes, my kids have different fathers, but they were good kids, and I never let that prevent me from providing for them in every way, including emotionally, mentally, financially, etc. They were raised as God-fearing children and never had behavioral issues until she was put back on a medication she was off for over a year. No, it wasn't psych meds, and I can't get into details because I'm not sure what all I'm allowed to share just yet. Just know my kids loved each other and always got along until the very end. They were fighting a lot more than usual, but they never physically hurt each other on purpose. That just wasn't who they were. She has never even yelled at me. She was happy and energetic. Hold on one sec, you guys. She was happy and energetic, loved school. She is not mentally ill and has not been diagnosed with anything. She has been very well behaved the entire 6 months she has been gone. And yes, I'm very supportive of her and love her very much. Obviously, there is a lot of healing that we both need before we can ever live together again. And she needs mental and emotional help after this. She could have permanent damage we don't know yet. But she has not had any issues. And I want to clarify something. My daughter was not a cutter. She had old cuts from 2 months prior when she was first put back on those meds, and everyone agreed to take her off immediately. And so I did, and unfortunately, it was too late. The damage was done. The new cuts were from that night. She attacked my precious son. She has a very amazing team of experts that spend almost every day with her for hours sometimes. They've been around her this entire 6 months. They know her pretty well. They also feel she is telling the truth, and I believe the experts when it comes to this. She is going for treatment. For how long, we do not know yet. Another thing is, my son was not asleep. I know it's a minor rumor, but he was awake because he didn't have school the next day. He was switching from public to homeschool through a homeschooling program here in my state. We used them before, and he had just met a teacher a few days prior, but we were waiting for his Chromebook before he could start. Anyway, I did not find out that he was awake until our interview. I was confused and shocked. I thought someone broke into my home and hurt my kids, and I thought my daughter ran away for safety. I did not ever think or imagine that one of my kids would do such a thing. She was as normal as your child, as any 12-year-old child who was not allowed to cuss or watch scary, evil movies. She was just starting to rebel, but she also was just going through normal teenage things. So there were no signs that would have warned any of us that she was a threat. I feel very guilty I couldn't protect my son. I've promised my children 1,000,000 times that I would never let anything like this happen to them. I would never allow anyone to hurt them, and they have nothing to be afraid of at home because it's our safe place. You know, all the normal things parents say to their kids. I felt like I failed him and her both. I know it's not my fault, and people can be so cruel and evil, especially right now. Anyway, with all that said, don't believe everything you see or hear on the internet or from strangers that have never met me or my family. I still have my rights. If I was negligent in any way, I doubt I would still have rights over both my surviving children. Again, thank you so much for the donations. I have to move, and I honestly was struggling to pay for it. So I greatly appreciate the donations, the prayers, and kind words. I know I will be reunited with my son again, and that's what keeps me going. That and my 2 surviving children. This was a horrible tragedy that was completely unseen and unimaginable to any parent in any circumstance. God bless you all, and may your kindness be returned tenfold. That was long, y'all. Whew. So there we go. I don't know, MK. Yeah, I'm not sure. Who the F would write this story? Weird. Y'all are all like, Can mom exposing kids to a psycho affect kids? Cat torture? Absolutely. Have no control. Can cause rage. Ooh, the update you read before this one was completely different. I saw it was 2 comments, but there was only 1 there. Yeah. Because look, it says there's, see, older updates. Let me see. March 18th. Oh, I see. And it's got 3 pictures of him. Can you guys see this? Because I'm only sharing my window. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Oh, look at him. Oh, yeah, the first one is quite different. It just says, basically, my daughter is getting a mental evaluation, talks about the medication and the side effects and how heartbreaking this has been. Says that just says, my poor son, I'm trying to stay focused and fight for justice for both of them, especially my son. He was the light to my whole world. I miss goofing off with him. And more about her son, pray for your kids every day and pray over them every day. His last birthday, then she shares this picture and said it was his last birthday he will ever have. Forever 9. Oh my God, that is so sad. What a cutie. The birthday dude. Oh, all right, you guys. My goodness. How sad. Yeah, that was on I Feel Like It's Off Too, Music City Mom. How old was brother? Well, you know what? Is it possible that she's just like, people are judging me, so I'm trying to, and a lot of people are judging me, so she's just trying to get people to see, where she's coming from. Because it reminds me of like Dawn Wells when the Glarer the other night was like, why do you keep going on these YouTube channels who twist every word you say just to make you, I don't know. He was basically saying, why are you doing this? Like, you're making it worse. And Dawn's like, because they have a lot of people that watch and a lot of people believe what they're saying. And it's like he was so concerned with what people thought. I don't know. Lucia, the brother was 9. It is, Gina. I don't feel right about the situation. I don't like saying that either. Did she set up the GoFundMe? It looks like 2 friends did. I've reached out to the mom, but I understand why she hasn't gotten back to me. But this case really hits my heart. Yeah, it is very interesting. Yeah, but she is the one writing the updates. That's true. Music City Mom. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go. Yeah, all the cases that we talked about tonight, you know, if any updates happen out in Oregon, we'll definitely be talking about that. In Texas, if any of those other cases are connected to that potential serial killer, or no, I mean, that cop said, yeah, he would label him a serial killer. And any of them. And either way, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I'm sure. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the mods. Love and appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And I hope to see you soon. Okay. Bye.